HISD Dance would like to remind you to be safe while dancing. Make sure that you're wearing proper dance attire and that you clear the space around you. If you're dancing on the carpet, wear bare feet. But if you're dancing on hardwood floors or hard surfaces, make sure to wear dance shoes or non-slippery socks. Get ready to have a great time dancing.
Hi everyone, I'm Justine Gingell, HISD dance teacher. Hola todos, soy profesora de baile at HISD and la lección de hoy es en tres partes. Aparte 1, calentar con yoga. Aparte 2, bailar about landscapes and habitats, crear, y aparte 3, estirar, stretch. So part 1 of our lesson for today is to warm up with yoga from northern India. Remember, we're celebrating Asian American Pacific Islanders Month. Part 2, crear. We're going to be creating dances and dancing them. And part 3, estirar. That means we're going to stretch and cool down. Let's get ready to get started. Today when you warm up with yoga and when we get to our plank pose, I really want you to look back at your body. So when you get down into plank pose, look and see if your tummy is hanging close to the ground. If it's hanging down and close to the ground, that's not right. You need to tighten your tummy muscles, press through your shoulders, and make one straight line from your head to your feet, cabeza a pies. Also, look back. Lots of people have their hips high in the air, almost like a downward dog. If you can see your hips or your bottom when you look back, that's probably not a good sign. It needs to drop down and in line. And now when I look back, all I can see is my shoulder. So today, be really mindful of your plank pose. Engage your abdominals, your tummy muscles. Use them. Press through your shoulders so that your shoulders aren't near your ears. And really lift your tummy up. I know you can do it, dancers. Okay, dancers, it's time for some yoga to warm up your body. Today, we're taking inspiration from different habitats and landscapes and geography around the world. And so I chose to do my yoga warm-up inspired by the lake. Miss Gingell loves the water, so today is the lake and the ocean, and next week we're going to roll the dice and see what we come up with. Let's begin in that great parallel position in mountain pose. Shoulders are up, together and down, core is lifted, and we just take a few deep breaths. Inhaling, arms raised, palms face each other, and exhaling. Arms come back down. Breathing in, inhale. Palms face each other, and exhale. One more time, breathing in. And exhaling out. Knees bend. Body folds forward. On top of your knees, let your chest hang. And gently, as if you're diving into the water, gently swing and splash the water with your hands. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. And press your hands deep down into the bottom of the lake. Walk those feet out into plank pose. One straight line, muy recto, from cabeza to feet, from head to toe. one straight line. Make sure that your hips are not hiked up and that they aren't sagging down. Those are two different poses. Gently rock like you are a plank of wood. Gently rocking in the waves of the lake. Your core is engaged, your tummy muscles are tight to support your body. Good. And now let's swim. Reach one arm up in front of you, using your muscles to keep your line long from your head to your feet. And switch, lifting your other arm up. One straight line. See if you can balance. Breathing the whole time. One leg up. And the other leg up. Excellent. See if you can do one leg and one arm, the opposite. So right arm, left leg, and left arm, right leg. Ooh, it's hard. Excellent. Coming down to your knees, sitting back, opening your knees to a V, arms reaching out on the diagonals. Coming down into child's pose. You look like a turtle, your shell is rounded. Your arms are reaching and you are breathing. Take a moment to relax. That plank pose was difficult, but you did it. Excellent. Coming up, knees coming together, walking your hands out. It's time for some cat and some cow at the lake. So cats lifting their core, their back rounds, head and tail go down. And cows, belly hangs down, head and tail come up, and you arch your back. Excellent. And cat. Breathing as you go, and cow. And cat. And cow. Excellent. Tuck those toes. Stretching your hips up into the air. Downward dog. Walking those up. Downward dog. See if you can come back into plank pose. Lower down. Elbows coming next to your body. And pressing up into cobra. Like a snake at the lake. Shoulders are not up by your ears. Press those shoulders down, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. Good. Tucking those toes, lifting those hips. Downward dog. Jump in or walk in those feet and stand tall. We're going to begin again. Here we go. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. Palms facing each other. Out. Breathing in. Bending those knees, folding forward, swinging those arms. Shaking that head. Putting your hands into the bottom of the lake, walking those feet out into plank. Nice straight line, rocking. One arm. Other arm. leg. Other leg. Arm and leg, opposite. Right arm, left leg. And left arm, right leg. Excellent. Knees coming down, pressing back into child's pose. Knees into that V. Arms reaching out. Take a moment. That was hard. Pressing through those shoulders, stretching. That back longer. You might want to inch your hands out a little further to feel that stretch in your spine. Breathing. Excellent. Walking your hands up, knees come together, hands out to cat and cow. 5, 6, here we go. Cat, belly rounds. Head and tail are down. Feeling that stretch in your spine. Cow. And cat. Excellent. Tucking those toes up into downward dog, stretching for just a second before you return to a plank. Lower yourself down, elbows next to your body, one straight line the whole time. Stretching up into cobra, snakes at the legs. Shoulders are down, tummy is stretching. Excellent. Back up into your downward dog. Jump those feet in. Stand tall. We've got one more repetition. Here we go. Breathe in. And out. Breathing in. And out. This is a great combination of simple movements that don't feel very hard, but they sure do warm you up. Bending those knees, folding that body forward, swinging those arms, splashing in the water, shaking that head, letting go of any tension. Hands pressing down, feet walking out, nice straight plank, gentle rocking. Good, one arm. Other arm. Notice I have to shift a little bit, that's okay. Leg. Other leg. Right arm, right leg. Ooh, that's hard, but you can do it. Left arm, right leg. Opposite. Excellent. Knees come down, walking yourself back into child's pose. V with the leg, V with the arms. Take a minute. Breathing. Especially on that plank, remember to breathe. And walking your hands up, knees together, hands out for cat and cow. Cats round their back. Feeling the stretch, rounding your back. And finding that straight line before your belly hangs down and your back arches. Cow. And Downward dog. Hips go up into the air. Heels are reaching towards the ground. Shoulders are pressing through your body. So you have a cabeza y cola, head to tail connection. And we press our heels down one at a time. Giving that a little stretch. Now that we're warm, stretch out those muscles just a little extra. Excellent. And returning to that plank pose. Lowering yourself down in one line. Elbows next to your body. Stretching up like a snake. Oh, so nice. Dancers, you're doing such a great job. Excellent. And we're going to lower back down to the floor, using the muscles in your arms to press you back into downward dog. Great job, dancers. And this time, let's do it a little differently. Let's walk our hands back to our legs. Bend your legs. Place one leg out to the side. The other leg out and flat to the side, like a frog. Elbows to your knees and hands pressed together. Nice wide fingers spread apart like jazz hands. Chest lifted so that you're not rounded like a turtle. This is a frog and your chest is lifted and you can feel the stretch in your legs. Breathing and holding your stretch. Your breath is personal. You can go in through your nose, out through your nose. You can use your mouth by breathing in and out. You decide today. Gently pressing with your elbows to your knees. Really working to keep that chest lifted. And when you're ready, see if you can do this with no hands, using your legs, pressing all the way up and walking your feet in. You did such a great job doing yoga. Remember, dancers, yoga began in northern India. And so that's why in May, we're warming up with yoga. Today, you and I in Parte Dos, in part 2, are going to be creating dances. Dance sentences about geography and habitats. If you look right over here at our dice, you'll notice that number 1 is the plains, large expanses of grassland. Number 2 on our dice is fresh water, like at the lake, like our inspiration from yoga. Number 3, tres, is the mountains. And you'll notice that not only do these places have different land formations and water, but they also have their own habitats and animals that inhabit them or live there. Part 4, number 4, numero cuatro, is the beach. You'll remember the beach from last week. Miss Gangel created a beach sentence, added another sentence, one more sentence, and we had a whole beach dance last week. Numero 5 is the valley, that lush area of land in between the mountains. And number 6 Numero seis is the ocean and salt water. Let's roll the dice and see which dance sentence we're going to create first. Oh my gosh, we got the plains. Do you know anything about the plains? I know a little bit about the plains, but this is our moment to research, to think, and to brainstorm. Just like writing a story or a letter, dancers brainstorm too. They think about their ideas and they may even research like a writer. So lots of those skills that you're learning in writing class get used by dancers too. Miss Gingell loves to research my ideas. Be a dance detective. See what you can find out about the Great Plains. Take a minute. Recall what you already know about the Great American Plains. See if you can think about animals that might be there, plants that might be there, what the weather is like, and what it feels like on the plains. You can share your ideas with a friend that's nearby or a family member. You can even tell a stuffed animal, or you can write them down. If you need to do a little Google search, do that. See what information you can find. I'm going to do a little research too. All right, dancers, let me show you what I found out. And then you can share a little bit of what you found out. The Great Plains are in North America, and they include 10 different states. They look like this: long, flat stretches of land with long, tall grasses. And they're found in Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico. The Great Plains have a number of really neat animals, including bison, prairie dogs, coyotes, and butterflies. But you might have come up with some other animals. Let's talk about the climate, the weather on the Great Plains. The Great Plains have really, really cold winters and warm summers, but it's not very humid and it doesn't rain very much. Now that you know all about the Great Plains, let's do a little movement improvisation. Remember, improv is creating movement in the moment, and it's like a dance brainstorm. So you take any idea, follow how your body wants to move, inspired by the Great Plains, and see what you like, keep what you like, and let go of the rest. Use your inspiration from the Great Plains to create a great dance. See how your body wants to move. When you come across a movement you love, remember it and make it a part of your dance. Remember, we're trying to create a dance sentence. And a dance sentence, just like a regular sentence, should have 3 or more movements, the way a regular sentence has 3 or more words. See what inspires you. Think back to the pictures we saw and the the ideas connected to the Great Plains. When you find a movement you love, rewind, try it again, and make it a part of your dance. Your movement should be different than mine. You should be creating your own inspired movement. You'll see that I'm coming back to the same movements, trying them faster or slower, repeating them, and developing my dance as I go. See if you can do the same. I'm going to watch you dance for a minute. I love to see what your brain comes up with. We're all so different, and even though we have the same inspiration, our dances are completely unique, just like we are. You guys are doing amazing. See if you can choose 2 or 3 of the movements you've already done, and maybe create one more in the next few minutes. Remember your qualities of movement. Are you bound and tense, loose and free? Are you heavy or light? How does your body want to move? Have you chosen 3 or more movements for your movement sentence about the Great Plains? Okay, dancers, I want to see what you've decided. Let me see your first movement. I love it! That's amazing. Okay, dancers, now transition into your second movement. I'm so impressed. And now, show me your third movement. Yes, you guys really got it. I'm so impressed. add one or two other movements, show those to me now. Great job, dancers. Now, it's important that you not just get your movements, but that you connect them together so they run smooth. If I was going to say the sentence, the dog ran, I wouldn't say the dog ran, right? You'd be like, what? What's going on? Oh, right? And the same thing is true of a dance. So I decided that this is my first movement. It's inspired by the grass on the Great Plains, blowing in the wind. But I wouldn't do my first movement and then stop, and then do my second movement, right? I want my movements to connect together, and that's why we practice, so we can connect our movements together into a real dance sentence that flows from one movement into the next, the way a sentence flows from one word into the next. So first I'm going to be the grass. And then I decided I was going to be a bison. And then a coyote. And you'll notice how my movement transitions from one movement into the next. I'll show it to you again. Grass. Bison. Coyote. And then my dance is complete. There was no, let me think about it. And if there was, that would be a reminder to me to go back and practice again. Time to stretch. Tiempo de estirar. We're going to begin on the floor today in butterfly pose. Feet together, PAs together. Tummy lifted, back long and straight, reaching forward, opening up your hips. Breathing, you're in charge of how far you go. Legs out, reaching up. 5, 6, now we twist. Reach forward. If you can't get to your foot, get to your knee, okay? You stretch as far as you can go, keeping your toes up. Breathing and going further, releasing your muscles. Up, 5, 6, now we twist. Toes are still to the ceiling. Arms are reaching as far as they can go. Breathing, don't forget to breathe. Feet on the floor, let's lay down. I love to lay down and stretch. 5, 6, here we go. Ankle to your knee and open that knee up. Here we go. And then pull them towards you. Ready? So your arms go through and around your leg and pull it in. Woo! You want to bring it to that point of gentle tension where you can feel it stretching, but it doesn't hurt. You don't want to feel pain. You want to feel gentle tension, like you can feel it stretching, but it's okay and it's safe. Let's switch legs. Other leg to the other knee. Open that hip up. Arms go through and you pull it in. Breathing. Sitting back up, let's stretch out our arms. Bring your arm up, across, leave that shoulder down, and hook it, gently pulling. Make sure that shoulder doesn't come up. You don't stretch it the same way. Push it down. Give space between your ear and your hombro, your shoulder. Other side, otro. So arm goes across, other arm hooks, push that shoulder down. Arm up and touch your opposite shoulder blade. Other arm grabs that elbow. Switching arms. Right arm to the back of your left shoulder. Grabbing the elbow and gently pulling. Excellent. Roll those shoulders back. Take a moment to think about all that you've accomplished today. What a victory! We had so much summer. Dancers, I'm so impressed with everything you've learned today. I saw fantastic work on your yoga from Northern India. And we found great inspiration on the Great Plains. See if you can remember your Great Plains dance sentence. Share it with a friend, a family member, or even a stuffed animal. As you're performing, evaluate yourself. Think to yourself about what you did really well and what you could improve on. Then go back and try to practice those moments in your dance that you could improve on. Dancers, self-evaluation is so important. You need to be thinking about how well you're performing. If it was smooth, did you feel the emotion of the music or what you're trying to represent? Have you connected? Did you perform without letting anybody know if you made a mistake? These are all things that dancers think about. Was I too fast in this section or too slow? Could I point my toes more? Or did I want that foot really flexed? Make sure that your dance is exactly the way you want others to see it. High five, dancers. I'll see you right here again next week on HISD Dance from Home. Adios. Bye.